Imagine ruling an empire stretching from modern-day India to Afghanistan and Bangladesh, covering a total land boundary of 5 million square kilometers. The only ruler to achieve this was Ashoka the Great. Delve into the annals of history, and you'll find tales of mighty empires and powerful rulers. Yet, none of them quite match the grandeur of Ashoka the Great, a king who ruled an empire so vast, it's almost unimaginable. His reign marked a golden era in the history of the Mauryan dynasty, an era that saw the empire reach its zenith and extend its boundaries further than any other Indian dynasty before or after. Ashoka, a name that echoes greatness, was not just a king but a visionary, a reformer, and a leader whose influence spread far beyond his royal court. He was a king who believed in the power of compassion and the strength of unity. His reign was marked by a unique blend of military might and moral righteousness, earning him the title of the Great Ashoka. He belonged to the illustrious Mauryan dynasty, a lineage of rulers who shaped the course of Indian history. His grandfather, Chandragupta Maurya, was the founder of this mighty empire, and his father, Bindusara, was a formidable ruler in his own right. But it was under Ashoka's reign that the empire truly flourished and expanded its boundaries. His reign was not just about territorial expansion, though. It was also about cultural and spiritual growth. He was a great patron of Buddhism and played a crucial role in spreading the teachings of Buddha across his empire and beyond. His dedication to the principles of peace, nonviolence, and compassion transformed his rule into a reign of Dhamma. The reign of Ashoka the Great was a golden era for the Mauryan Empire, setting a high standard for the rulers who would follow. His legacy of peace, righteousness, and compassion continues to inspire and guide us even today. Indeed, Ashoka was not just a great king. He was a great human being, a beacon of morality and righteousness in a world often marred by power struggles and wars. The reign of Ashoka the Great was a golden era for the Mauryan Empire, setting a high standard for the rulers who would follow. Born into royalty, Ashoka's journey to the throne was not without its trials. His tale starts in Patali, the capital city of the Mauryan Empire, where he was born as the grandson of the empire's founder, Chandragupta Maurya, and the son of Bindusara. Yet his childhood wasn't confined to the capital city. He spent his formative years in the provincial capitals of Ujjain and Taxila, soaking up the diverse cultures and gaining a broader perspective of his future kingdom. Historians offer a multitude of theories surrounding his ascension to the throne, one of the most controversial being that Ashoka eliminated his 99 brothers to secure his rule. A chilling thought, isn't it? But even amid such conjectures, one cannot overlook Ashoka's undeniable aptitude for leadership. His father, Bindusara, despite reportedly disliking Ashoka due to his physical appearance, couldn't ignore his son's potential. Ashoka's skills in warfare and administration were so impressive that even at a young age, he was entrusted with significant responsibilities. One of his first tests of leadership came in the form of a revolt in Taxila, a challenge he successfully quelled, proving his mettle as a leader. Following this, Ashoka was tasked with governing Ujjain, a responsibility he shouldered effectively, as evidenced by an inscription found in the city. His rule in Ujjain was a testament to his administrative skills and strategic acumen, qualities that would later define his reign over the Mauryan Empire. It's important to remember, though, that Ashoka's journey to the throne was not a smooth one. It was paved with trials, controversies, and steep learning curves. Yet, it was these very experiences that shaped him into the ruler he became, a ruler whose name still resonates with greatness centuries after his reign. Despite the challenges, Ashoka's skills in warfare and administration set him apart, leading him to the throne of the Mauryan Empire. And as we'll see in the next chapter, his reign was just as fascinating as his journey to power. Ashoka's reign was marked by effective administration and successful conquests. A blend of centralization and decentralization characterized his rule. The empire was divided into various sectors, each administered by a team of officials. Yet power was also dispersed to the district and village levels, a strategy still in use today. From the outset, Ashoka showed his mettle as a warrior and a leader. At just 18, he quelled a revolt in the Avanti province of the Mauryan Empire, a feat that saw him appointed as ruler of the province. His expansion policies, pursued vigorously in his first 8 years of reign, were successful. By the year 261 before the Common Era, the Mauryan Empire stretched from Afghanistan in the west to Assam in the east. It covered the entire Gangetic Plains in the north, while in South India, Ashoka defeated numerous ancient Tamil kingdoms, extending his reach into the Indian peninsula. However, the most significant conquest under Ashoka was that of Kalinga. Despite its political and economic prosperity and a formidable navy, Ashoka was determined to capture it. The war was brutal, claiming the lives of around 100,000 soldiers and 1.5 million civilians. Through his strategic governance and military prowess, Ashoka expanded his empire, marking a significant period in Indian history. A single war changed the course of Ashoka's life and the principles of his reign. This was the war with Kalinga, a prosperous region with a strong navy that the Mauryans were determined to conquer. The battle was fierce, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including 100,000 soldiers and 1.5 million civilians. The scale of this devastation shook Ashoka to his core. In the aftermath, Ashoka was filled with remorse. The sight of the battlefield, strewn with the wounded and the dead, was a harsh awakening. He was struck by the futility of war and the immense suffering it caused. This profound realization led him to renounce violence and embrace Buddhism. Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism marked a turning point in his reign. He began to propagate the teachings of Buddha across his empire, aiming to foster peace and harmony among his subjects. His new moral code, Dhamma, was a reflection of his newfound beliefs. It represented righteousness and virtue, emphasizing respect for all life, generosity, kindness, honesty, and moral purity. Ashoka incorporated these principles into his rule, striving to govern with compassion and justice. He undertook monumental works, erecting pillars, stupas, and chakras inscribed with his teachings and deeds, spreading the message of Dhamma far and wide. From a ruthless conqueror to a peaceful ruler, Ashoka's transformation marked a significant shift in his reign, leaving a lasting impact on Indian history.